another conversation around studying for the EA exam. And the reason I bring this up because I'm on Facebook hanging out in different Facebook groups, and I have a mentorship and coaching program where I specialize in working with the new person, the person that's just getting started, who may have not taken any action at all, but chosen this career industry of tax preparation and taxation to make it happen in. And the first thing they talk about is studying for a professional exam, which makes no sense. The first thing you need to be studying for is taking a comprehensive basic income tax course that's going to help build your basic knowledge of individual tax preparation. Building on that, becoming knowledgeable with that, mastering that, being able to answer basic tax questions on top of that, and then start to study and learn how to do business returns, partnerships 1065s, S Corps 1120Ss, Corps 1120s, master and get good and knowledgeable with that. And then as you start to build and grow your clientele, your experience, your confidence, your knowledge, then you consider taking a professional exam because now you put some work in, you got some clientele, you got some experience, you got some confidence behind you, and now you're able to go study for the EA exam through whatever vendor you choose. And it might take you once, two, or three times to pass each part. I don't know. Only you know how long it's going to take you based on your study habits and your comprehension level. But the bottom line is, as a new person getting started in this industry, the first thing you need not be looking to do is study for a professional exam that you're not qualified to even use properly if you get it. You know what I'm saying? So don't disrespect the game. Don't disrespect this industry. Don't disrespect the professional status that you're trying to go get by getting started without no training, no experience, no knowledge, no confidence in yourself. But you want to go study for an EA exam. That's backwards. That's not how that works. So all the people that I work with, because since I specialize in working with the new person like you, we're not doing no EA right now. We're doing a comprehensive tax preparation course through my third-party vendor that I'm using, which is Surgeon to Income Tax School. That's who we're using. Then from there, you show yourself that you can learn that. You can get good at that. You can become knowledgeable with that. And at the same time, you're looking at how I can learn how to do business returns and getting good at that and building clientele with that. You want to build a solid foundation that's going to help you to be able to back up your professional status as an EA. Because see, out of the three professional status that's common to IRS, which is tax attorneys, CPAs, and EAs, EA is the number one status because it's federal. It covers all 50 states. Number two, it's the person that has the specialized skills and knowledge and taxation that gets that status as an EA. So you don't want to disrespect the status of becoming an EA and you're not qualified with the knowledge and the experience and the clientele needed to even support the status that you went and got. Don't do that to yourself. Because see, the unfortunate part for you and a lot of people like you, you're gonna get clients just on your status alone. Meaning once you start promoting yourself as an EA or CPA, you're gonna get clients just on GP alone from that. Because people assume based on your professional status, you know what you know what you know. And that's not the case for everybody. And so don't be one of those people who gonna try to live and eat off your professional status that's gonna bring you all this credibility that you can't afford to even hold down. Don't disrespect the game like that. Being a brand new person off the boat, no prior training experience, the first thing on your mind is learning the basics. The basics is 1040 individual tax returns. You're going to learn that. Become knowledgeable with that. Get good at that. Learn how to market yourself like a pro so you can go out there and build you some clientele and make you some money. And then start learning how to do business returns. And from there, you're going to build your clientele with business returns. You're going to get knowledgeable with that. Make you another gang of money, and build on top of that. You're gonna learn about how to represent someone through the knowledge and resources that's available on irs.gov website. You want to back up your professional status up front with training, real world experience. That's what you want to have under your belt first. You don't want to be the person that's going to run out here and get a professional status and you ain't got no training. You ain't got no knowledge. You ain't done a tax return. You don't know how to fill out a form. You can't do an interview. That's backwards. Don't play yourself like that. Because, see, you got one strike to mess with somebody's money, and they're going to blast your name to all their friends and to everybody they know that don't go to Cindy, don't go to Sharon, don't go to Mary, don't go to Tom, don't go to Dave, because they don't know what the hell they're doing, even though they got their EA status. And that's going to be hard for you to generate any money in that particular area because your name has already been shitted on with the people that you've already attempted to try to do business with, because you went out there and got an EA status first, and you didn't have no knowledge, no skills, no training, and no experience to back that thing up. So don't play yourself like that. Don't play this industry like that. If you plan on having a long-lasting, successful career in this industry, you want to start out the right way. The first time, every time, you want to start off the gate correct. And to start out trying to study for a professional exam with no prior training, no experience under your belt is the wrong way to start. That's the wrong way to get started. You know what I'm saying? So don't disrespect yourself like that, because like I said, it ain't gonna take you but one time to mess up with one individual, and they gonna spread the news. Don't mess with Mary. She burned up. She don't know what she's doing. Yeah, she might be an EA, but she don't know what she's doing. And you don't want that reputation, because see, the way you build your business and your brand and awareness and your success is through having an awesome reputation for being a person that knows their stuff, who's good at what they do, and can help somebody make it happen. So don't let you running for the bag and you trying to get the money be the main reason for you going out trying to do all these different things, trying to get paid, but you ain't got the knowledge and the training and the experience to even back it up. Don't do that to yourself. The first thing as a new person getting started in this industry need to be doing is taking somebody's income tax course. I don't care if you go to Jackson Hewitt, H&R Block, Liberty, a third-party vendor of some kind, but somewhere who hopefully got a comprehensive course that you're going to be able to learn enough information to learn how to do basic individual income taxes. Go out here and get you some real-world experience, because that's how you get good at it. Because, taking the class and going through the practice problems and the scenarios and the quizzes and exams those are preparation for you to be able to do real-world taxes. And so how you get good is when you actually start doing real-world clients based off the training that you wouldn't taken through somebody's income tax course. And you build on that and you get good at that and you get hungry for the fact that this is a knowledge-based career industry, and people come to you because they assume that you know your stuff. And you don't want to let them people down by them assuming that you know your stuff and you don't. And you walk around here with this big EA status on you. You're promoting it everywhere, all on social media. You got all these beautiful graphics and flyers and stuff going on, and you're professional on the outer appearance, but on the inner, man, you ain't got the knowledge or the skills or the confidence or the experience to even back up the status you got. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do this to this industry. Don't do it. Because you got a short career if you play yourself out like that. The proper way to get started is, like I said, take your basic comprehensive tax course from somebody. And from there, you keep learning and keep growing and keep getting you some experience and keep getting some training in all throughout the year. You want to walk around and get to the point where you got the confidence in your ability to prepare income taxes, 1040s, Schedule A, B, C, D, E, and other forms and schedules. That's how knowledgeable and skillful you want to become. And at the same time, you want to be thinking about, hey, how can I go out and learn how to do business returns? Where they got courses that you can learn to teach you how to do business returns. So you'll take a few of those courses that's going to teach you how to do business returns. And so by the time you get a client that falls into that category, you've got some knowledge and some training on your belt when it comes to that. So you're at least familiar with the forms and the different schedules and information you need to collect from the client. So you're halfway there. And that's the proper way to get started in this career industry of tax preparation and taxation. Not trying to run out here as a brand new person trying to get a professional EA exam status. That's not how this works. That ain't what this is about. If you don't have no intentions on representing clients, no way, you trying to run out here and study for an EA exam is a waste of your time and money, because see, EAs specialize in taxation and they specialize in representing clients. And so that's how EAs make more money with a professional status than people who don't have professional status. So if you're going to leverage the EA status where you can represent clients from all over the 50 states and make you 6-7 figure income and build you a team of people that's going to help you do the work, then you own something. You got a plan of action. But if you take it just to be taking it, and you ain't got no training, you ain't got no skills, you ain't got no knowledge, you ain't got nothing going on with you to help support the reason why you even taking that professional exam in the first place is backwards. Don't do it. What you see on the screen right now is my tax preparation guide. I wrote that back in 2020, just as COVID hit. This is just a simple guide that I wrote out based on the actual steps and process that I walk my coaching clients through, because I specialize in working with a new man and woman who wants to get started in this career industry and make it happen for themselves. I got people who want to get started, who haven't taken no action, but they're ready. They got some questions, concerns they need answered. They find my YouTube channel. They check out my videos. They decide I'm the one they want to work with. They call me up. We talk, we chat. We back that up with a Zoom call. I answer all their questions, concerns. I paint the picture of what that look like, what it's going to take for you to be successful. And you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you going to be the one to make it happen for yourself? Are you going to take the necessary action to make this happen? Are you going to implement the things that you're learning to get the results you want to get? And if you say yes, 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 and yes, then we get busy. And so that's who I work with. That's what this guide is. It gives you enough information to let you know that I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. I've been there and done that. And I wrote another guide that gives you basically the same information, but I added some additional information to it that add links to it that takes you to different resources. And so if you're the person that know you want to get started in this career industry and you ain't got no prior training, no experience, you ain't took action on getting none of your credentials set up, but you now ready and you're hard to make it happen, but you want to get started for yourself, but not by yourself. And you've been searching for a mentoring coach who can make it happen for you. Get me on the phone, 773-782-1320. Let's talk, let's chat. Let me show you I'm the real deal. Let me show you I can deliver on the promise of helping you set up your business and become profitable. You get to work with me for 18 months in this awesome career industry. After 12 months of that 18, you get to decide if you're going to stay with me or you're going to move on. If you decide to stay, I'll let you know what it's going to cost you to reinvest with working with me for another 12 months on top of the 6 months you still have left out of the 18, because this is an 18-month process, but it's an annual membership to keep working with me. Because in the real world, I can't charge you a one-time fee and let you work with me forever to make a living. That ain't how the real world works. So if you're the person that know you want to get started and you want some direction, you need some answers, you need some support, you need to understand what you're getting into, you need to understand if this is even right for you. Because see, what I do before I take a person's money, the person that ain't got no prior training, no experience, we get on a phone call. I get your email address. I send you over publications and forms. I tell you to read those things at your own leisure. Check them out. See if this information you can comprehend, you can understand, and you can interpret it. If you decide you can and you want to move forward and you're ready to take action, I send you over an invoice. You make your payment. We get busy. That's how simple the process is for the person that's ready to take action when it comes to starting in this awesome career industry of tax preparation and taxation. So if you're trying to study for the exam and you ain't got no prior training or experience whatsoever, then you need to bag that up, rewind the tape, and realize you're in the wrong direction. The direction new people going in is learning how to prepare individual 1040 tax returns first. Not a professional exam first, because that's backwards. A professional exam first won't help you. It won't serve your end user at all. It'll disrespect the industry, yourself, and your client, because you walking around with a professional status you can't even hold down. You can't even utilize. You can't properly make happen the way it need to happen, and you bogus for even thinking you can do it. So there ain't nothing wrong with having professional status, but you got to be able to not disrespect the status by trying to go get a status first before you get your training, your experience, and the support you need to in the real world to make that happen. See, the EA is the ultimate professional status you can get out of the three. Tax attorneys, they got tax law, they go to court. CPAs, they got accounting knowledge, and they can represent clients in the state they in. And EAs, they are the professional specialists when it comes to taxation in general, because they took an exam when it comes to the individual, the business, and the representation portion. And so as an EA, you got to represent and show people that you ain't got this professional status for nothing. You got to let people know you earned this status. And the way you earn this status is you go out here and pay your dues first. You pay your dues to the game by getting you some knowledge, get you some skills. Get good at this, become knowledgeable with this. Let people know that, hey, when they come to see Sheila, Sheila know her stuff. She might have just got started, but she made her business to become knowledgeable with this. She made it her business to know what she need to know. And she, a woman of integrity, she'd sit there and tell you, I don't have the answer right now, but believe me, let me go out there and research that and let me get back to you fast as I can. Because see, I'm about this life. I'm about this career life of tax preparation and taxation. I'm not here to play with it. Back in 1995, I was introduced to this industry by taking a Jackson Hewitt tax course. And I was introduced to a career that showed me that, man, I can make it happen, and I can take care of me and my family if I did right by this career. And so you want to make sure that you do the same. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to mess around and get started where the only skills and knowledge and training you got is a professional exam under your belt. Who you going to help with that? You know what I'm saying? And then all these professional exams are review exams. These are based on you already having knowledge and skills and training and experience in this industry already. These are review exams only. And so that's why a lot of people have to take these exams multiple times over before they even pass it, because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the experience, they don't have the training already. So if you brand new and you're trying to study somebody's platform when it comes to enroll agent, and based on your overall comprehension level, your educational level, you know what I'm saying? You got some people who get lucky and pass all three on their first time. And you got some people who still taking the EA exam 3 or 4 different times, all 3 parts. You got to decide for yourself, why would you put yourself through all that before you went out and got you some knowledge and some training and some skills and some, you know what I'm saying, and everything else you need to go with that. And so don't disrespect this career industry and disrespect yourself by trying to study for an EA exam first before you even take a basic tax preparation course. That's backwards. That ain't how this works. And then, like I said, the EA is the highest professional status you can get. And you want to rep that right. You want to be able to promote that proudly by letting people know I put my time in. I got some experience. I got some knowledge. I got some clients. I got some confidence, and I made some money in the process. And I'm constantly growing and working on building up my business and building up my knowledge and building up my skill set. It's an ongoing process that never ends because we don't know it all. And there's so much information to learn that we'll never learn it all and use it all, but we got to keep grinding and keep moving and keep learning what we need to learn to make it happen. So please, don't be the new person with no prior training experience going out to study for a professional exam before you put your dues in. Don't do that to yourself because you got a short career coming if you do. Don't do it. Start out in this industry with some integrity and let people know that, hey, I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to help the person with their tax preparation needs by studying and training and going out here and getting clients, and we get good at doing. And we prepare ourselves to go out and work with real world clients through training. But what we don't do is go out here and study for a professional exam and we ain't got nothing to back it up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't play yourself like that. Because there's too much money in this industry to make that you won't get a chance to make if you start out the gate the wrong way. You just won't. So please don't disrespect this industry like that by being a brand new person who has no prior training, no experience. And the first thing you're thinking about is studying for a professional exam. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you'll find out based on your knowledge, your comprehensive level, and all those other things that make you who you are, if you're going to be one of those people going to have to take the exam 3 or 4 times each part. Instead of you getting out here, getting you some real world training, some real world experience, so some clientele, and making you some money and building you a solid business and a solid foundation and become profitable. That's where you should be thinking about first. Not the professional status. The professional status means nothing. I don't have professional status, and I make more money than professionals who got one, because I was serious about this as a professional getting started out the gate. And that's the difference. I saw this as a career from day one back in 1995. And in 1999, I got clean and sober. And in 2001, I've been doing this ever since. So my mentorship and coaching program, you get to leverage my 22 years of experience, 16 as a business owner in this industry. I do things that other people can't do because they don't have the experience. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have the training. So my targeted premium coaching program is different than anybody else's. And I can say that because there's only one me. That's why I can say my program is different from anybody else, because there's only one me. We got people that's more successful than me. Yeah, true that. And I ain't mad at you. But they paid their dues. They did what they had to do to be successful. But they don't have what I have. They don't do what I do. They can't do what I do, because we all got our own thing. We all got our own way of making it happen. So this here guide is the actual process that I walk my clients through. This is not a comprehensive guide, because there's too much stuff that we need to do and learn how to do as business owners that I wasn't going to put in this guide, because it wasn't meant for that. My area of expertise is working with the brand new person. So giving you a comprehensive guide that's going to give you more than that is overkill. It's unnecessary for the new person like yourself to hit you with all that at one time that you're not going to use no way. It's going to take you years to even get to that level. So I wrote this guide to be simple and to let you know that, hey, I'm the real deal. So if you're looking to work with somebody on the mentorship and coaching level, make sure they're the real deal. Make sure they got the knowledge and the skills to help you to get a result inside your business. Because if they don't, all you done is lost some money, which ain't cool, because see, everybody out here trying to get paid, and we got a lot of people who don't care how they get paid. So I get paid at the service of my clients, not at the expense of my client. And that term simply means I go out of my way to make sure that everything I do is at the best interest of my clients first. So when I make my money, so when I take a payment, so when I get started, I know I've done all I can do to let you know up front who I am, what I'm about, what this mentorship and coaching program has, what it's going to do for you. And I let you know what you have to return, what you got to do as well to get the results you want to get. Because see, we good at taking trainings and courses and all those different things, but if we're not going to implement this information, if we're not going to apply it to the business, then we're not going to get the results we want to get. And so that's the key to what we're going to learn when it comes to starting a business, is implementing. Because if you're not going to implement this information that I'm going to give you, then it means nothing to you. And then you sit here asking yourself, why come you ain't made no money? Well, you ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a rich person already who can hire a team of people and put your marketing team together that's going to go out and bring in clients, and you're going to have people there to serve them, then that's a different situation altogether. But we ain't talking about that. Because 9 out of 10 people we know who trying to get started, we start out as self-employed individuals. We the one-man show. We wear all the hats. We do all the things we have to do to make it happen. And hopefully we make enough money fast enough and soon enough and consistent enough to be able to hire a couple of people to take the load off. And so that's what I'm talking about. So if you want to know more about my mentorship and coaching program, and you want to know more from me, 773-782-1320. I'd like to hear from you. If you're the brand new person who know you want to get started, but for whatever reason you haven't taken any action, you ain't even done no research on it, but you chose this career industry to do something with, let me educate you. Let me paint the picture on what that looks like for you, what that's going to take for you. Let me give you the real deal on what that's about. I'm not gonna give you no hype. I ain't gonna give you no BS. I ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. I ain't gonna do none of that to try to get no money out your pocket. Cause see, I've been doing this too long to play those type of games with you. You know what I'm saying? I chose you, the new person, to work with in the first place because too many of the new people being taken advantage of when it comes to bringing yourself online, trying to make some money in the first place. So I'm here trying to protect the new person from being played and misused by the person that means no good in the first place. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm grateful for being in this career industry of tax preparation, taxation. I'm grateful to be still learning and growing inside my business because I'm not where I want to be financially. Because if I was, you'll know about it. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to feel it. Because success, it leaves clues. It leaves a whole different aura about a person when they hit the financial place they want to hit. And I used to be there once upon a time, but I basically back rebuilding my business. I'm in a whole new direction, which is mentorship and coaching. I'm online. For so many years, I made all my money locally. I was always on the internet, but I never thought about bringing my business online. It just never clicked until 2014 when I decided to figure out how to bring my brick and mortar business online. And I know I couldn't do it by myself, so I had to find someone who could help me do it. And I found someone who helped me bring my brick and mortar business online so I can start making money from online presence. And I'm grateful for that person. I'm grateful for that mentoring coach. See, all mentoring coaches who are true to this game got to have one for themselves. Because how else they going to learn and grow? You know, it can't be the blind leading the blind. We can't get down like that. We can't work like that. That's not going to last. That's not going to manifest anything that's true and good. So thank you. And I'll see you in my next video.